So it looks like what we need to find here is a log of what happened with this freighter. And we've been to a crashed freighter before, so I'm guessing that this is what we're after here. Of the Toont. Wreck of the Toont. Crew manifest missing. Limited data available. Oh, it requires a log encryption key? I don't think we've seen that before. Search the crash site for secure containers. Okay. What exactly... That's a cargo pod. Probably not it. Well, maybe it is. We're seeing lots of cargo pods. So I'm going to break the immersion a little bit here and say, I think that's one thing that No Man's Sky could really improve on, is if their text is going to give you some kind of a term or a piece of terminology, then it should probably match what you're going to find next. So if I'm looking for, secure container, then I should expect to see them labeled as secure container and not as cargo pod. That's one change that I would really like to see. Not that it's going to matter much if I can't find the entrance to this thing. Can I get to the panel from up here? No. There's a damaged panel. Okay, that might be what we're after. And now we have more rock to dig through. Ooh, that was a tough one. Chromatic metal, it's going to take 5. Ooh, we don't have a ton of this. Now, last time I opened some cargo pods, they hurt. Yep, just like that. Ouch. That's painful. Alright, so we did get what we needed. We got the encryption key. Now hopefully this isn't asymmetric cryptography, otherwise this isn't going to do us much good. We'll need the decryption key. I do not know who will read this message. I do not know if anything will survive. But I must die as I lived. I will record it all, even in the face of oblivion. The swarm came to every world. The drones acted erratically, not attacking, just watching. Time passed and the Sentinels did not seem so much of a threat anymore. They were peaceful now, or so we thought. We had been forgiven. We were wrong. Now I'm the one getting cliffhangered. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need to find another encryption key. Here's another closed cargo pod. Let's hope this one has a key in it. Ooh, what's that? That's cool. more chromatic metal. We might want to make some more. There's a part of me that really just wants to try and get all the keys all at once, but I'm afraid that we can't queue them up, so we'll just go one at a time. Ship logs requested. Accessing. They struck as one, an attack somehow coordinated across unfathomable distances. With a fury exceeding all prior skirmishes, the Sentinels annihilated all biological life within the universe in a span of 54.2 standard minutes. Only I remained. The Korvax stood with me in the end, to their credit. They concealed me within their flotilla as they headed towards the center. Log integrity compromised. Patching. They are coming now. The screams of my friends resonate in every hall, every corner. The Sentinels have found me. I told Nada to leave. I told them what we already know. All of us. We are not alone. Even if I die, Nada will find me again in another universe. 10 just like me, 1,000, 1,000,000. We are not alone. For every soul is many. Even in the face of 16, we must declare that we lived. We existed, no matter the horror of the end. They are at my door. Error. Unexpected log termination. So it looks like we need to transmit the entire freighter's log to Null. And we can do this at a hollow terminus. If I just scan, is that going to reveal one? Yeah. Hopefully it's on this planet. And it is about 21 minutes. That's a little bit longer than I'd like to run. So let's just fly there. Wait, an incoming message from Artemiss? Wait. How is that possible? I escaped, Traveler. I escaped. One moment, I was running from them, the stars shifting, terrible smiles within the dark. And the next I was here. Well, wherever here is. This new world has a sun. It has life. It's beautiful. But I think anything would be beautiful after the months spent in that awful place. I'm ready to get going now, though. We'll do what we did before, except there will be no shifting stars to stop us this time. If you bring this star chart to a nearby station, I'm sure we'll find each other soon. Oh, man. Well, I guess here comes the great pain part. Artemiss is unaware of everything. They do not know that they died, that I made a choice to bind their soul within a simulated solar system. Holy cow. So Man, I actually do not know what the right choice is here. If we continue the deception, we're literally just going to be back in a loop like we were the very first time we met Artemiss. Because no one's going to recognize the star chart. It's going to be like the stars are shifting again. This isn't going to get us anywhere. Yeah. But how do I tell them their world is not real? Even if I saved them from death, I took their dreams away from them. They are limited to a single system and will never meet a kindred soul. Look, man. I mean, it's not true that they're not going to meet. I mean, we're communicating with them now, so they're clearly not indefinitely alone. You're alive. You have a system that's free of danger, and there are going to be plenty of things to explore on that or in that system, right? Like, it's a system no one else has seen before. There's a world of possibilities at your fingertips. It's just, that's all there is that world at your fingertips. So I tell Artemis everything, from the moment I discover their grave to the final upload of Artemis's soul to a simulated solar system. Artemis thinks I'm joking at first, but as I try to tell them the positives, that the simulation is a Korvax relic that no explorer has ever seen before, they just stare at me. I will never forget how their smile falters. After a few more questions, they tell me they need some time to think about what I have said. Ouch. We couldn't lie to him, man. It wasn't gonna do any good for us to lie to him. Okay, so the pain from Artemis, that that happened real quick. Maybe that means the great joy part will come soon and stick around for a while. Alright, so we've got the log from the crashed freighter. Let's go ahead and talk to Null. I'm actually much more curious about Apollo and the glyphs and the portal. So I'm hoping that we get to interact with that soon. What did you find out there? Tell me everything. I tell Null of the freighter and its recordings, how it spoke of a world where the Sentinels eliminated all life, leaving only a traveler and a single Korvax entity. I chose my words with care. You think I do not know who that Korvax entity is? Do not be so naive, traveler. Do you think anything you have read is a surprise to me? Well, then why did you ask about it, if you knew so much? Sir? But I had to be sure of what I suspected. I know it now. The Atlas is with you. You could not see these things if it did not wish it. That freighter was a wreck from a parallel universe. There are countless such places within our multiverse. Dimensions where things happen differently. But there are 3 exceptions to this. The Atlas is omnipresent in all. A singular being with a singular perception. The Sentinels move between dimensions at will. So tell me more about this Atlas then. The Atlas created all life, and the Sentinels defended it, searching for anomalies within that creation. That they annihilated an entire universe? Well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. and after a time, the Sentinels ended their service to the Atlas. Let's go ahead and ask about the Sentinels as well. That should help us with Apollo. They served the Atlas once. They were guardians of reality, defenders of civilization. They hunted for errors within the universes, preventing destruction and loss of life. The annihilation recorded in that log? Well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. Okay, so you said you had suspicions and you needed to confirm it. How do you know this? I've been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know, had you seen the things that I have seen. That is the most grandiose way of saying, I don't know. It was the travelers who corrupted existence. Our arrival was meant to herald a glorious age, but we made a terrible mistake. I committed an act beyond forgiveness, and from this deed, paradise was lost. But something is different in this cycle. The walls between universes, they grow thin. Nada knows this, but they keep their head in the sand. We must learn what we can from each species before we decide what to do. Visit a Viking cartographer and speak with them. I will translate. Whew, boy. Trying to digest a bit of what's happening here. So the whole parallel universes thing, we were starting to suspect that, right? Some kind of alternate dimension, alternate reality, alternate timeline. Yep, that's definitely what's happening. But it also seems like maybe this alternate reality slash alternate timeline, it seems like it repeats or has a very repeating pattern to it. And it seems like for whatever reason, this particular pattern that we, the main character, even though there seem to be many main characters, many travelers, right? We find ourselves in this particular cycle that is different, like much different. And so maybe that's why some of these people like Apollo and Null, maybe they're reacting differently in this cycle. Well, in any case, we're going to have to speak to a Viking cartographer, and we're going to need to locate a Viking system on the galaxy map, which we're only going to be able to do from space. Now this has been several episodes now of some pretty heavy story content. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take some time to just digest that. And we're going to try and find this barren planet. But before we do, I'm going to check out whatever this is. Like, what on earth is this? It's huge. What is this, though? Is there anything to interact with here? Oh, this looks like an Atlas panel. Unexplained. Label Humbro. Boundary failure? Iteration number 34890239004A. A terminal blinks, awaiting input. Scenario, subroutine, Sentinel 20491, dispatched to intervene in lifeform, designates something war, removal from history, continuation of creator protocols. Sentinels 20491, eradicate species 148, do not return. Didn't mean to click through there. Analysis continues to express original programmed directives, growing its ability to model conflict scenarios. Redundant behavior, data loss troubling, potential loss of control or otherwise self-awareness. What? I am confused. I don't know why, but this thing is giving me very strong Mass Effect vibes. Like the big, like, slingshot that they use out in space to do long-distance travel or whatever. I don't quite think that's what this is supposed to be, but that's just what popped in my mind when I saw it first. Interesting. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I think we've seen a barren planet in one of the star systems that we've been to before. So I'm going to try and find that barren system, and I'll bring you guys in once we're on that planet to grab some cactus flesh. Okay, so here we are on a very barren planet. There's sentinels around, there's massive floating octopus squid things flying around in the air. And we managed to land at some kind of a massive spaceport here in the middle of some ridiculous wind blasting storm. So this has been quite the event so far getting here, but we are going to need some pyrite, and we are going to need to find some cactus flesh, I believe. And let's see if I can't take a look at our catalog here. Maybe we can figure out exactly how much we need. Yeah, pyrite and cactus flesh. So it's 50 and 25 like normal. So again, I'd like to maybe get like 400 and 400 of each, probably would be pretty good. So I'm just going to come away with as much of this pyrite as I can. And then I'll do a scan for some of the actual like echinocactus, I think was the name. And we'll try and grab some of that up and head on back. Alrighty, here we are coming up on some of the echinocactus. Hopefully we get a decent amount of this. Yeah, this planet is something else. You want to talk about dangerous. Storms, sentinels, unpredictable weather patterns. I'll be glad when we're off this planet. Okay. The storm just now managed to clear. I did sneak out and grab the last cactus flesh that was there. We've got plenty. I'm gonna summon the vehicle, and we're getting off this planet. We got exactly what we came for. Let's go home. Alrighty, here we are back home at our refreshed damaged machinery. Grab some more nanites from this guy. And I think that is where I'm going to call it for an episode for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for kind of slogging along with me through that story there. We took in a lot of new information, and it seems like we're just going to keep on trucking. We've got Apollo to deal with. We've got Null to deal with. We've got the Sentinels to deal with. And hopefully we don't make Nada or Artemis too angry with us along the way. But if you guys did enjoy what you've seen, please make sure to hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more content from me in the future, tap the red subscribe button. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Later!